The main setup required for the Fundamentals app for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central is the Fund Accounting Setup. This can be found by going to your search box and entering Fund Accounting Setup. And after you've found it, you can either run it or use the bookmark to pin it to your home page in case you come back frequently. Typically, setups do not require frequent access, so usually searching for them on the occasions you need them is a good way to start. On the Fund Accounting Setup, there's 4 tabs: General, Reporting, Interfund, and Numbering. The numbering is basically the place, just like anywhere in Business Central, you're going to specify the automatic system numbering to assign new fund numbers in the system if you desire. The General tab is where you're going to set up the major relationships that govern how fund balancing will take place in the system. In every field, hovering on the label to expose the tooltip, and from there to access more detailed help is a way to get quick information on what each field is about. But generally speaking, we're going to define our default balancing fund, which is typically your general or operating fund in the organization. You can select whether you want that fund number to be automatically defaulted in on every entry in the system for time-saving purposes. And then you have various options on how your payables, receivables, and bank fund transaction entries are going to be generated, either using the default balancing fund or by using the fund coming on the actual accounts payable or accounts receivable invoice, i.e. eliminating due to, due from accounts. Once you have due to, due froms set up, you would need to specify your statement of activities, statement of financial positions accounts for your debit and your credit, or use the same account if you prefer to flush them through to the same area. You can also specify your reserve for commitments and your reserve for encumbrance accounts in case you're using the encumbrance and commitment accounting capabilities to manage how budget balances and budget availability is calculated. There are also features to enable automatic management of restrictions and releases from restrictions in the system. On the reporting tab, typically you'll use the latest format with the 2 columns for with and without donor restrictions. If you wish to take a step back into the past, you could turn this off and do your traditional temp, perm, and unrestricted columnar layouts. The filters here simply specify the range of GL accounts that fall into your statement of financial position or your statement of activities, and a few other setup options to allow you to automatically generate those base statements out of the system. The Interfund dimension is pretty simple. When the system generates those automatic balancing entries, the due to, due froms, you can specify whether you want those balance sheet accounts to have specific dimension values on them. So the fund accounting setup is pretty straightforward. However, adds a lot of power to Business Central to let you automatically balance your funds, your restrictions, and your releases from restrictions.